Plantations stretched for miles, worked by enslaved Africans whose names history tried to erase. But among them was one man who refused to disappear. He was enslaved. But he was never broken. Whispers began spreading across Virginia plantations. Not of escape, but of defiance. Masters spoke in low voices. Overseers slept with weapons nearby. Something was coming. This man knew the land better than the soldiers. He moved through forests like a shadow. He spoke in coded words, hidden meanings, and stolen moments. The enslaved listened. The masters panicked. Soon, plantations reported strange signs. Tools sabotaged. Signals left in the woods. Enslaved workers vanishing at night, then returning as if nothing happened. White fear grew fast. Virginia's authorities declared him dangerous. Not because of what he had done, but because of what he inspired. Hope. They said if he was not stopped, slavery itself would burn. Orders were issued. Militias were mobilized. Patrols flooded the countryside. By the end of the month, 6,300 armed soldiers were searching for one enslaved man. And yet, he vanished. No trail. No witness. No capture. Only fear. Virginia had hunted enslaved people for generations. But this time was different. This time, the hunter had become the hunted. And Virginia was terrified. The largest manhunt Virginia had ever seen was underway. Soldiers combed forests. Militia guarded roads. Dogs were released into swamps. They searched day and night. But the man they hunted knew every tree, every river bend, every hiding place carved by suffering. He never stayed in one place. He trusted no single route. And most importantly, he was protected. Not by weapons. By people. Enslaved men and women risked their lives to hide him. They misled patrols. They erased footprints. They spread false rumors. An entire system designed to crush unity was now facing it. Virginia's leaders were humiliated. How could thousands of armed men fail to capture one enslaved person? Fear. Beatings increased. Executions followed. But still, they could not find him. Some said he was a ghost. Others claimed he could disappear into the earth. Many believed he was protected by something greater than force. The truth was simpler, and more terrifying. He had broken the greatest weapon of slavery, fear. By staying free, even briefly, he proved resistance was possible. Virginia realized something chilling. If one enslaved man could vanish from 6,300 soldiers, what if thousands tried next? Laws tightened. Surveillance increased. Cruelty became policy. But the damage was done. Even after his disappearance, his name traveled faster than chains. His story passed quietly from cabin to cabin. He had shown them something dangerous. Slavery was not eternal. And control was an illusion. Virginia eventually claimed victory. But deep down, they knew the truth. They never truly caught him. No statues. No monuments. No praise. Only warnings. They rewrote records. They reduced him to a criminal. They buried his story under fear and lies. Because remembering him was dangerous. His existence proved that enslaved people were not passive. They were thinkers. Planners. Resistors. The system survived. But it never forgot the terror of those weeks. Even years later, patrols doubled at night. Even whispers of rebellion caused panic. Virginia had learned a lesson it could never unlearn. You can enslave bodies. But you cannot fully chain the human spirit. Today, history textbooks mention him briefly, or not at all. Not because he failed. But because he succeeded in doing the unthinkable. He scared an entire state. 6,300 soldiers stood powerless against one enslaved man armed with courage, intelligence, and hope. They tried to erase his name. But fear remembers. And so does history. Because long before freedom was written into law, it was claimed by those brave enough to resist.